student. Today we start a new chapter and the name of new chapter is electrochemistry. So what is this electrochemistry? Electrochemistry is the branch of physical chemistry in which we study about the conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy or electrical energy into chemical energy. So electrochemistry is what? It is a branch of chemistry. So here we study about electrochemical reaction. Electrochemical reaction we study in two parts. In one, where chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. Second, where electrical energy is converted into chemical energy. Chemical energy is converted into electrical energy and the equipment is called electrochemical cell. Or galvanic cell. Those cells in which electrical energy is converted into chemical energy is called electrolytic cell. So first we study about this galvanic cell or electrochemical cell. So this electrochemical cell is based on indirect redox reaction. So I give you one recap about redox reaction. What is redox reaction? Those reactions in which oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously is called redox reaction. What is oxidation? Those reactions in which loss of electron takes place is called oxidation, and where gain of electron takes place is called reduction. And those cells in which oxidation process and reduction process takes place separately are called indirect redox reaction. So this electrochemical cell is based on indirect redox reaction. Here oxidation takes place in one half cell and reduction takes place in another half cell. So we take the example of galvanic cell, which is made up of two half cells. One is oxidation half cell, other one is reduction half cell. In oxidation half cell, zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate, and in reduction half cell, copper rod dipped in copper sulfate. So here zinc rod dipped in aqueous zinc sulfate. Here copper rod dipped in aqueous copper sulfate. They are externally connected by wire as well as voltmeter, but internally they are connected by U-tube, that is called salt bridge. So this is the diagram of electrochemical cell. Here this is oxidation half cell. Why it is called oxidation half cell? Because as this zinc rod dipped in a zinc sulfate solution, this zinc donate electron and change into zinc ion and liberate 2 electron. This electron is accumulate on the rod, but zinc ion is dissolved in solution. So because loss of electron takes place, so it is called oxidation. What happened here? the electron which is flow from this zinc rod to copper rod, this electron is gained by this copper ion. Because copper ion gain electron, it change into copper. One more thing, this zinc rod act as anode and this copper rod act as cathode. But the charge on this anode is negative and the charge on cathode is positive. Why? Because the electron is accumulated on the surface of anode which provide it negatively charged. So in electrochemical cell, this anode is negatively charged and copper is positively charged. An electron is flow from anode to cathode, but current is flow oppositely to electron, means current is flow from cathode to anode. Now, next we understand what is this salt bridge. So, what is this salt bridge? This salt bridge is a U-shaped tube. It contains electrolyte such as KCl or KNO3 in agar-agar medium. What is the role of this salt bridge? This salt bridge help in complete the circuit. What is the first function of salt bridge? It complete the circuit. Second, it maintain the neutrality of solution. Now, what is the meaning of it maintain the neutrality of solution? So, as the process going on, the concentration of zinc ion increases at left hand side container. Similarly, the concentration of sulfate ion increases on right hand side container. At one stage it comes because the concentration of positive ion is more here and negative ion is more on the right hand side, the reaction stops. So on that case, this salt bridge provide negative ion to the left hand side and positive ion to the right hand side, means again make a solution neutral. So in this way they maintain the neutrality of solution. Next, because of this chemical energy, this electrical energy obtained, this is measured by here potentiometer or voltmeter. So what is the role of this voltmeter? It is an instrument which is used to calculate EMF of the cell. What is EMF? Electromotive force. So as we start this electromotive force, one more term I want to explain you, that is electrode potential. So what is this electrode potential? So electrode potential is the potential difference between electrode and electrolyte. So the potential difference between electrode and electrolyte is called electrode potential. It may be oxidation electrode potential or reduction electrode potential. Oxidation means when on the electrode loss of electron takes place. Reduction electrode potential means when gain of electron takes place. Now what is this EMF? And there is one more term called cell potential. So first we distinguish between this cell potential and EMF. So cell potential is the electrode potential between two electrodes when the cell is working. Okay? When current is flowing. But the potential difference between two electrodes when no current is flowing, that is called EMF. So we are talking about EMF. EMF is calculated by one formula that is called E cathode minus E anode, or electrode potential of cathode minus electrode potential of anode. So what is EMF? The potential difference between two electrodes when no current is drawn on it. If you know the value of electrode potential of cathode and anode, you are able to calculate EMF. For example, in the galvanic cell, zinc acts as anode and copper acts as cathode. So if you know the value of that copper and the value of zinc, then you are easily able to calculate EMF of the cell. It is important, if the value of EMF obtained positive, then only the reaction is feasible or the reaction is possible. If the EMF value obtained is negative or 0, it means this reaction is not possible and that reaction is not feasible. So this is about EMF. Now next is graphical representation of galvanic cell. So what we see in the electrochemical cell, the zinc acts as anode, copper acts as cathode. Zinc dipped in zinc sulfate solution, copper dipped in copper sulfate solution. So when you write graphical representation, always write about first anode, that is zinc dipped in zinc sulfate aqueous, copper rod dipped in copper sulfate, and that is separated by signal line, and it represents half cell reaction. And these two half cell reaction, when connect together, then only cell become complete. So they are connected internally by salt bridge. So this salt bridge is represented by parallel line. This is called graphical representation. So what we notice in graphical representation, anode is always written on left hand side, cathode is always written on right hand side. Clear? So in this way you write graphical representation of any cell if you know their anode or cathode. Now the question arises, is it possible to calculate the electrode potential of any electrode? Then the answer is no. It is not possible to calculate electrode potential of any electrode by this cell. We can calculate the electrode potential of any electrode only with the help of reference electrode. So in this chapter we study one reference electrode, that the name of that reference electrode is standard hydrogen electrode. Which is also known as SHE. So what is this? SHE is a reference electrode whose electrode potential value is fixed, which is arbitrary fixed. Here its electrode potential value is 0. Now next, the construction of SHE. So in SHE, platinum wire which is attached with platinum foil and coated with platinum blade, sealed in a glass tube, and it is dipped in a aqueous solution of hydrochloric acid whose molarity is fixed, that is 1m. Here this platinum foil acts as a platform where both oxidation and reduction process takes place. Here one inlet. So with the help of this inlet we pass hydrogen gas at 1 atmospheric pressure and 25 degrees centigrade temperature. When you pass hydrogen gas, this hydrogen gas on this platinum foil oxidized. It means this hydrogen change into hydrogen ion and liberate 2 electron. And this hydrogen ion on the same platform gain electron and change into hydrogen gas. So what we notice, whatever amount of hydrogen gas you pass in this cell, same amount of hydrogen gas is liberated out. Because the amount of oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously in equal amount, that's why this cell EMF is 0. So what is SHE? SHE are those reference electrode whose electrode potential is 0. So with the help of this SHE, we can calculate the electrode potential of any electrode, whether it is anode or cathode. If your aim is to calculate the electrode potential of anode, in that case SHE acts as cathode. But if you want to calculate the electrode potential of cathode, in that case this SHE acts as anode. Why? Because if you look the electrochemical series, in the electrochemical series, various elements are arranged in decreasing order of electrode potential. Above hydrogen there are metal, and below hydrogen there are metal which are not able to displace hydrogen from acid. Look at one example. Suppose your aim is to calculate the electrode potential of zinc. So you can connect this zinc electrode with SHE. Externally by potentiometer, internally by salt bridge. This is zinc, this is SHE. Zinc acts as anode, SHE acts as cathode. With the help of this potentiometer, you get the value of EMF. And we know that EMF is equal to E cathode minus E anode. So, suppose the value of EMF obtained is 0.73 and the value of E cathode is 0. And your aim is to calculate the electrode potential of zinc. Then the answer of zinc is minus 0.73 volt. So, in this way, you easily calculate the electrode potential of any electrode. So, dear student, in today's module, you learned about electrochemical cell as well as about EMF and standard hydrogen electrode. In the next video, you get about Nernst equation and their numericals. Thank you.